Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In the previous video, we learned how to find the maximum and minimum element present in an array. Alright, so today we are going to learn how to find the duplicate elements present in an array. It is most important program because in many interview, especially for the freshers, they are going to ask this question: how to find the duplicate element in an array. So let's take an array. So we are taking an array. I know it's not proper. Okay, I will draw once again. So see here, let's take some. Okay, we will take some values. I will increase the font size so it will be visible properly. Okay, I will take 4. I will take a 3. I will take a 7. I will take 4. Okay, I will take a 6, and I will take here 2, or I will take here 3. So let's place here. Okay, see here, we are taken an array, right? We are taken an array and we are taken some of the elements. Here 4, 3, 7, 4, 6, 3, right? We are given a values, and see here 4 is repeating, right? 3 is repeating, right? We need to find that one, which one is repeating. Duplicate means repetition, that's it. Okay, first what we are going to do means we will take this one, this number we are going to take. Then what we are going to do means we are comparing with all the elements present in an array. We will take a 4 and we will comparing with each element. If it is equal means here we will come and we are comparing 4 and 3. No, it is not equal. We will come here 4 and 7. No, not equal. Then we will come here 4 and 4. Yeah, it is equal, right? So that time it is going to tell here the duplicate element found, and it will give a value as a 4. Then move here, then check 6 and 4. No, they are not equal. Then here 4 and 3 not equal. Then we need to move from here, right? We need to take from here. 3 and 7 we need to compare, and 3 and 4 we need to compare, 3 and 6 we need to compare, and 3 and 3. Right here you find the duplicate element, right? So you need to print that one. Here 3, we found the duplicate element, that is the 3. Like that we need to take a 7 and need to find here 7 and comparing with the 4, and 7 is comparing with the 6, and 7 is comparing with the 3. Then we need to pick a next number, that is a 4. We are comparing here 6 and we are comparing here. Like that we need to compare with all the elements present in an array, right? So let's go how we can do that one. We can do this one in many ways. I'm going to tell you the 2 ways, which one is the best approach. That one also I'm going to tell you. And so let's go and we will do the coding part. So programming class right here. Okay, we will right click on the, okay, we will create a class called as, we will give as a, what we will give as a duplicate element, right? Then we will click on public static void main, then finish. Okay, let's take here. We will do one thing. We will take an array, right? We will take an array int, and arr we will take, it is of the type integer. See here, it is a name of the array and it is type of the array, that is the integer, and we are going to give the sum of the values. Let's see what values we are given. So we will take that one on itself. 4, 3, 7. Okay, 4, 3, 7. Then I think so 2 taken, 6 taken, and which one we are taken here? Okay, 2 we are not taken. 4, 6, 3. 4, 6, 3. Okay, 4, 6 and 3. So see here, we are taken an array, it is of the type integer, and we are given some values. So let's see how we can do that one. Okay, we will use first method, means first approach we are going to use, that is a brute force technique or brute force method. So let's go and do that one. For int I equal to, I will give as a 0. Then here I is less than arr dot length. Then here I plus plus. Okay, see here we are taken one for loop. and we are starting from the 0 and we are going up to the end, right? And here I plus plus to move forward, right? So we will give one more for loop, because I will tell you, int here we will take as a j, then here we will take I plus 1 we will take, and j is less than arr dot length we will take, and j plus plus, and here we will go here and we will check one more condition here, arr of I. Don't worry, I will explain again, rr of j. See here, okay, see here I'm going to tell you. See here we are taken a for loop, right? Two for loops we are taken. For int I equal to 0, I less than arr dot length and I plus plus. Here we are taken means, let's see, I'm going to tell you, we are taken an array, right? We are taken an array and we are going to pick here from first element we need to pick, and what we need to do, we need to compare with from the next element, right? We need to pick a 4 and we need to compare from next element, that is from 3 we need to compare 3 7 4 6 3, like that we need to compare from here, right? We need to compare, start comparing from next element, right? If you are taken I here, means arr of what? arr is the name of the array. Then here we are given as a 0 here, right? Here we are given as a 1 and we are given as a 2, then we are given as a 3, then we are given as a 4, then we are given as a 5. See here we need to pick a arr of what? arr of 0, right? arr of 0 we need to pick, right? arr of 0 we need to pick, and we need to compare from what? arr of 1, right? For that one we are taken one more loop, right? We are taken a one loop, that is to pick a element with whom we need to compare. So we need to pick the element. For picking an element we are using a one loop, I loop we are using, and to compare and moving forward we are using a one more loop by using a j. That is the thing here. See here we are taken one loop to pick first element, or to pick from which element we need to compare, right? With whom we need to compare. To do that one we are using a one more loop, right? So after that what we are doing, arr of I we are taking. See here from the next element we need to compare, right? So that's why we are taken I plus 1 here. Then we are comparing from arr of I and arr of j, right? So if both are equal, what we are going to do means, we will give one sentence is out, and here we will give, okay, here duplicate element found. Then we will do one thing, we will remove this part so you don't get repeatedly that sentence. So I'm going to remove this one and I will just print arr of I, and here we will take a one sentence sys out, and here we will give that sentence, right? See here we are taken an array, then we are given one sentence duplicate element here. Then here we are means checking here if that is comparing, and if we are getting an element, duplicate element, we are printing that here arr of I and j. If let's take, if the duplicate element not found, so for that one we will take one more variable called as a flag we will take. Then here I will give as a false I will give. Then here if the duplicate element found, we are going to change the value to true. Then here this part is completed. Let's give one condition here, if flag equal to false, that time, okay, 3 comes, okay. Then here sys out we will give duplicate element not found. We will save this one. Let's run here. See duplicate element 4 and 3, right? So let's remove this part and run this one and see duplicate element not found. If you want you can put this sentence here also. Okay, I am going to just remove here, and I will do one thing here itself. I'm going to give duplicate, okay, element. So let's save and run. See here duplicate element not found, because we are not repeating any values, right? So we will give here as a 4, then save and run. See here duplicate element found 4. See I'm going to explain once again. See, we are taken an array, right? And we are given some of the elements here. And we are taking one flag, so we are setting it to false, right? So after that, what we are going to do means we are taking a for loop to check the duplicate elements is there or not. So we are taken a for, and we are starting from the 0, and we are up to going to the length, and we are incrementing it, and we are taking a one more loop. So we need to compare with from the next element, right? So if we are picking one element, then what we need to do, we need to compare from the next element, right, up to the length of the element. So here we are doing that part, and if both are equal, what we are picking, and after moving, what we are getting here, if both are equal, then we are printing the duplicate element, and we are setting the flag to the true. So, and we are comparing here flag equal to false, means if the flag whatever we are setted, it is same, then we can say that duplicate element not found. Here, if the duplicate element found, we are changing the flag to true, right? So if it is a true, then it is not going to be execute. This is the one approach. It is a brute force method. We can say that the time complexity is here. It is not a best approach. We can say that it is not a best approach, we can say. Okay. Okay, here in the brute force technique, the time complexity is the big O of n square. Because we are using the nested loop, we are using the two loops, so that's why the time complexity is big O of n square. So it is not a best to approach to find the duplicate element. Let's go, we will understand one more thing, one more approach. So okay, I will do one thing. What happened? Okay, come to the here, then okay, or can I remove this part so that you will be understand, right? So I will do one thing, I will remove this part. So let's go. See here, we are taking a one more approach by using a hash set. Hash set topic will be comes under the collection frameworks. If you don't know the hash set, don't worry. In the upcoming class, I'm going to teach the hash set. It will be comes under the collection. We can say that. So don't worry if you don't know the hash set. In the upcoming class, I'm going to teach the hash set. It will be comes under the collection frameworks topic. And one more thing I can tell you, like I will tell you shortly what is the hash set. Okay, hash set, we can say that it is implementing the set interface, we can say that. And we can store here, if you are using the hash set, means it is we are going to store some of the data through the hash set, right? If you want to store the unique value, that time what we are going to do means we are using the hash set concepts, then it is not going to allow you to store the duplicate values, we can say that. And it is based on interface, we can say that. And here this is short about the hash set. And don't worry if you don't know, you will be understand in the collection frameworks. I'm going to teach that one. Okay, let's take how we are going to write that one. Hash set. See here, we are going to write like that. Okay, hash set equal to new hash set. And here, see here, we are going to tell the hash set hash set equal to new hash set. This is how we are going to create an object of the hash set and how we are going to use that one. See here, we can mention that what type of data you want to store, particularly we can mention that one. So I'm going to tell integer, right? That thing you can mention here. If you want to tell that which type of data you are going to store, you can tell here, right? Then we will do one thing, we will give one sentence is out. Then here I'm going to tell the okay duplicate element found is okay. Then here we will take one for each loop, we will take here, and int we will take num, and here I will take arr. Then here what we need to check here means if you are trying to add the element in the hash set, right? If you are trying to add the elements to the hash set, that time it is allow you only if you are giving a unique value. Let's say I will simply tell you one thing. So let's go here. Okay, here let's take you are having one box, right? It is a hash set, we will take simply. Okay, hash set is there. Then here you are having some areas in that you can going to store the elements, right? If you are trying to add the element in that one, so it is going to check the whatever you are trying to add the element, right, that is already present here or not. If it is a present, it is not going to allow you to enter here that element, it is not going to allow you to add that element. So that is the thing we are doing here. we are taking here, and we will take hash set dot, we are having one method add, through that we can add the element, right? So we will give which one to add. Here we are taking an number, right? So here we are trying to add that one, right? See here, I'm going to tell you once again. We are taken a hash set here reference, right? So dot, here one method is there, add, and here the which number you want to add, you need to mention that one. So let's take, you are adding here, right? If you are adding successfully, then it is going to return the true value. If that element whatever you are trying to add that already present in an hash set, what it is going to return means it is going to return the false, right? So here if you are just return this one, it is going to tell the truth, right? True value. If you want to find the duplicate element, give here a asterisk, means not. Which one giving a false? If it is giving a false, then you need to print that element, right? So number I'm going to give. Okay, so let's go and run the program. See, duplicate element found 4. Let's take here, we will enter 6. Let's take, we will enter 6 and we will enter 3. Save this one and let's run. See here, 4, 6, 3. These are the duplicates element. It is telling, right? This is the best approach to find the duplicate element in an array. The time complexity for this one is big O of n. The time complexity for this one is big O of n. We can say that big O of n, because you can see that insertion, when you are inserting and when you are looking that one, it is going to provide a big, it is going to provide a big O of 1 time complexity. That's it. So we can say that it is the best approach. This is how we can find the duplicate element in an array. This is the most important program, especially for the freshers. If you have any doubts, comment below. If you need any program explanation, let me know in the comment. See you in the next. Thank you.